everybody.
Hey.
Morning.
How's everybody doing?
Not too bad. Happy Tuesday morning.
Yes. I I know we didn't talk about it ahead of time, but I do have the CoinGecko ready. So if we want to go over some of
yeah, let's hop into it.
It's been a roller coaster the last few days.
Yes, it has. Yes,
going all the way down and coming all the way back up. I don't know what's happening.
Yep. Here we go. What do we got going? Oh, so right. Yep.
Yeah.
There we go. We're gonna start off with that. There we go.
I was waiting for that.
Oh boy.
Hey, your video was so good though. I mean, it was like I love the ouch. That was like perfect.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be honest with what's happening. I FOMO'd into this one. I already knew this was going to happen, but we can talk about it. We can go over the markets. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning, Chris.
That's
awesome. Chris. All right. Well, let me bring up the markets and we'll jump into that and then we'll go back into the live chat real quick.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second to bring that up. CoinGecko, and boom, there we are. Did that show up? Let's see. Yes. All right. Perfect. Let me refresh it. We'll get the most current numbers here. Here we go. Yeah, Bitcoin did a little bit of a pump this morning, and now it seems to be coming right back down. It was almost up to 43 there this morning. So,
the swings are crazy. It looks like the 7 days just going up and down and back up, and down. I know the end of the year is supposed to be a rough ride. I was expecting it to keep tailing down, so I'm not really sure what's happening.
I agree. I was saying in all of my videos, I was expecting it to go down to like 35, 38, somewhere in that ballpark. And I think we went below 40 for a little bit, but we didn't quite hit that mark. And I don't know, maybe it's still possible the way I don't know. If you ask me, it's looking a little bit weak where it popped up there and it's basically getting rejected again.
Yeah, you were talking about how this is sort of like the last chance to get it in that 30K range. Yeah. And I was really hoping it would come down because I've been DCAing in the whole time, like $100 a week or so. I was really hoping it would dip just a little bit again so I could just buy a bulk, but that doesn't seem to be happening.
Yeah. I was going to say, stick to your DCA, brother. Yeah. That's the way it's going to work, right?
Enough of this gambling moves.
Yeah, right.
That's not gambling, I don't think. DCA, I wouldn't say.
Oh, no, the DCA part isn't, but trying to time the market, that's never worked out for me.
Well, yeah. Absolutely. No.
Yeah, even with Bitcoin, although I mean, I guess you can't really go wrong with Bitcoin, but
yeah. Ethereum also moving in sequence with Bitcoin as well.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. It kind of seems to be holding a little bit better if you ask me.
Yeah.
What else? BNB. I don't know. BNB is not bad. 250 for BNB. It's pretty steady, even given all the FUD we've talked about before.
Yeah.
You know?
I was expecting a lot more downward action, but nothing really.
I know.
That's a really positive thing. That speaks volumes about the company itself. If the price didn't take a hit, right? So
and the users across the globe, because again, this isn't Binance is maybe nothing here in the US or in Canada, but guess what?
Internationally,
the rest of the world.
And one other thing about Binance before we go on, they're still hiring too. Like I have a buddy, I can't give much more details than that, but he's in his second round of interviews with Binance. So
oh wow,
nice.
So they're still trucking along.
Is that in the US?
Singapore,
okay.
Yep.
Are they headquartered out of Singapore?
I believe so.
Yeah, I know
don't quote me on that one. You can Google search that, but that's going to be out of Singapore though.
Okay. Then we got XRP. Anybody want to chime in about XRP? I mean, up or down 2.5% in the last 7 days, but still 60 cents.
Yeah.
I mean, that's still good to me if you ask me. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Wait. Let's stop.
Don't forget.
I know I always go by Solana, but
I know you want to skip it. Come on, man. I'm trying to break even here. I'm getting very close. I'm almost dug myself out 50% out of the hole, so I'm happy about that. It's touched 75 a few times. Eventually, I'll get there.
Yeah. It's going to be a mover in this bull cycle for sure. Cardano, I'll tell you what, I think in my last video, I said they went up too far, too fast. And they've slowly petered down. They went back up again, as you can see in the end of the chart over here, again up over 60 cents, and now you can see rejected again, kind of coming back down. I see, okay, my humble opinion was the not financial advice thing, there we go, is seeing Cardano come back below 50 cents. I don't think it's going to go back down into the 30s, but I don't know. I find it difficult to think it's going to hold that 50 cent area. What do you guys think? Anything? No.
Yeah, I'll let FF talk about that. This is I'm not too well versed in Cardano. I've only been loosely following it and the owner, but that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, my humble opinion.
I think Cardano is kind of slept on, but unfortunately, it's for good reason as well, because the markets right now are kind of flooded with a lot of these layer ones that also offer the same sort of capabilities as Cardano. So it really needs to separate itself from the other offerings that are out there, and then possibly it will explode in price. But right now, it's just too many layer ones all doing the same thing. Even some layer twos that are doing it better than layer ones.
Sure.
So
also,
we'll see.
I think partnerships will make a big deal with large corporations integrating it, because I know Avalanche actually did something similar.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm just keep screwing it up there.
Yeah, no. I was going to say that partnerships make a big deal in how the performance of the chain is working long term. Avalanche did something with Amazon, and I see a lot more. I think it's utility behind using the blockchain for inventory and everything else. I'm not really sure how they're integrating it yet. But with that use case behind it, and then a large company coming in and actually using it and showing the practicality behind it, that sells it on its own. So I was kind of looking for something like that with Cardano, because it's so big and it's out there and everyone's using it. I'm just waiting for a company to actually implement it.
Right. Yeah, I agree about the layer ones too. They're gonna. I think they're gonna be good movers in this bull cycle as well. Do you guys want to go back to the chart, or do you want to get into some of these comments, because we've got some backup comments going here? It's up to you.
Yeah, we might as well just get into the comments, because there's tons of people commenting about like coins that I've never heard of, and like questions for us.
Let's get into. I'll start where we left off here. Good morning.
Good morning, Will.
Yes, Automatic Beats.
Automatic Beats. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Let's see. Good morning. Good morning. Blaine. Sorry. I ain't got my glasses on. Can't see. Yes. Keeping the grind.
Thanks for stopping by.
Appreciate it. Right. Tax loss harvesting season for those of us in the United States, right? What about Canada? Is that the same thing at this point?
Yeah, it's the same idea. So take the losses right now.
Yep. I like MTC. I don't even know what that ticker is.
That's not a ticker. That's Miss Teen Crypto.
Well, thank you for setting me straight on that.
Because I think she's live right now, so it's like the people who are watching are either watching Miss Teen Crypto or they're watching us. So
okay.
Hey, we're not doing too bad with the number of people watching here. Right?
Hey, I don't think so either. How about we pull up the chart and take a look at this COQ?
What is that? COQ? Sure.
That's being shielded by the chat right now.
Okay. You know what? I was watching help me, Cryptos R Us this morning. He was actually talking about this. Hold on one second.
Really? This one's new to me.
Wow, why is this giving me a problem? There we go. That's better.
Oh, is this a meme coin?
I think
so. I mean, look at the circulating supply.
on Injective, I think it's on Injective.
Oh my god.
I think it's a meme.
Trillion?
Yeah.
69,420. Yeah.
I mean, let's go. Let me see. Let me open that up, and then I'll try and bring that up. Yeah, it's definitely a meme coin. Hang on one second. Let me bring up that screen.
How do you pronounce that?
I'm gonna go with COQ Inu.
Okay.
Right. That's what I'm going with. And okay, so yeah, and there you go. So there it is.
Yeah. There you go. Okay. Got the shades on.
Oh my
It's
God.
on KuCoin.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So what do you guys think about that? You guys, I'm not a meme coin person, guys. I'm sorry. I'm just not.
I feel like, if I'm going to be honest about this, I feel like I missed the boat. And that's just me. Yes, it could go up a little bit, and you can probably maybe even double your money. But like for me, when it comes to meme coins, I want to like 10x and get out. I don't want to just double or risk losing, the $100 that I put into it. So
right, exactly.
I don't know. I think me personally, I missed the boat. So I don't know. What
I'm
do you
always
guys
missing
think?
the boat. Yeah, I definitely miss the boat. I miss the boat on everything. The one thing I do like about this is it's on the Avalanche chain, AVAX. So the fees are not going to
AVAX, I
crush
had
it
the
like they
wrong
would
chain,
on
sorry.
Ethereum. Yeah.
All right. Hold on one second. Let's do that. And here we go. You guys into more solid coins rather than spec coins? No wrong answers. Feel free. Somebody else want to jump in first?
Go ahead, FF.
Me? Okay.
Yeah.
So I kind of answered this in the chat already. To Chris.
Sorry.
And no, it's fine. But yeah, I'll start it off. So for me, I am more into solid coins, solid quote unquote, primarily coins that have a purpose, as I said in the reply, not necessarily a utility. I would rather utility for the coin, but if there's like purpose for it, then like I see the value in it. So like even Doge has purpose. It's very, very popular, but I saw that it was being integrated for use by the Mavericks at one time. I think back in the day they were like accepting it. So like that means it's serving a purpose. So that's just me. And then sometimes I get into speculative stuff, but like even like that COQ coin that we just looked at, it's totally speculative. I've missed the boat, so I probably won't be buying any. But again, that's just my opinion. So go ahead. Who's next?
I'll go. I'm with you. I'm more like give me the good stuff. Big caps. I definitely think, and all. Even when I do like my DCAing on crypto on the rocks, it's always Bitcoin as the 50% at least in whatever the portfolio is. And then I do a lot of layer ones, and much like you, I may take a shot on something that's speculative, but it's a small bag. I don't want to lose my shirt on it.
I'm pretty close to the same thing. So I definitely say 70% of what I'm investing into crypto is going to be Bitcoin, Ethereum, and something a little bit more stabler. And then I don't know, that 20% would be into node projects that I see utility behind, like Neoxa. BlockX is starting to show that they're building quite a bit of security tools. So I'm interested in that one. I'm still on that. And Streamer is doing a test net again. So I bought more data tokens. I like what they're doing. And then a lot of the DPIN stuff that I'm invested. I'm actually really big into DPIN right now. I love the projects that are out there trying to show use cases of what crypto can actually do. So like Demo, Mapmetrics, Hive Mapper, there's quite a few of them out there that you're only really investing. I wouldn't even say it's a major amount. You're just buying the hardware and then mining the token with the hardware. So that's great. And then I'm going to say 10%. I'm gambling it. I'm just going to see what's out there. I'm going to try it out. ETCMC was one that I recently did. That one hurt. The chart got crushed over the last few days. I put about $1,200 into that one, and it's like the payments coming through. There's fishy things going along the whole thing when it came to payments being delayed. And like, I don't understand why a claim would take 5 to 6 days when it's instant in most cases. But they're fun. So I have a degen in me, and I want to have a little bit of fun.
And you want to let it out.
So yeah. So there's a percentage. It's not a very big percentage, but there's definitely a percentage where I just want to play around and see what happens, make things exciting.
Yeah.
Also makes for good
I got
content.
Burned.
Yeah,
it does.
Yeah.
I got burned too hard with DeFi stuff last year. where
Yeah, when I first started, I get it.
Yeah,
I'm staying away
those
from
DeFi nodes.
All right.
Yeah.
Flux.
I'll tell you right now, I have no opinion, but
Flux
I'm going to bring it up on the screen.
With the new concept that Flux is rolling out, I'm interested to see what they actually deploy. It's been doing well over the last month. I have 3 nodes of Flux running right now. The ROI is very long. The APY, I think it's like 10 to 15%, something like that. I'm just holding for the long hold just to see what they're developing.
Okay. Yeah. Let me get rid of that. Let's see where we at here.
That's funny. Some of these comments
Yeah,
are
exactly.
hilarious.
There you go.
There you go. Money first.
We need more use case coins, like I've said, and forks and hay. Yep. See, you got people listening to you, FF. You think nobody's listening, but they're listening. See?
I'm surprised you guys
Sadie.
are listening to me.
Hey, Sadie, good morning.
Good morning.
Community
coins. Yeah.
Let's see what we got going here.
A lot of chatter and whatnot.
Yeah, lots of stuff going on.
Questions.
Yeah, we're looking, trying to make sure everybody's.
So while we're looking for something came to my mind. So we're not just sort of trying to find something here, but as we were talking about all of these, coins, whether they have utility purpose, speculative, whatever, gambling, I'm having the issue of managing it all. And I never had this issue before until I started doing content creation. I feel like back when I was, like everybody in the chat, where I was watching people like this, it was a little bit easier for me to say, I don't agree with what they're talking about. Let me ignore it and let me just stick with what I'm doing. But now that I'm content creating, I feel like I have to get into these new things, talk about it, and then I have to set up another wallet for it. And then I have to figure out how I'm going to do it safely so I don't lose my other coins. Yeah. And it's just so much to manage. So this is more so a question for everybody, even in the chat. How are you managing as more coins get released every year? Then you're still keeping your old coins, especially if you didn't sell yet. So you have your old bags that you're sitting on, waiting for those to pump. And then, these new things coming out, the Caspas, the Carlsons, the ETCMCs, or the COQ Inus of the world. And how are you guys managing? Because I'm struggling, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah, me too. What I'm actually starting to do for that exact reason is I'm starting to home into a niche now. Before my spectrum was pretty wide and I was getting into everything. But I'm really starting to head into a direction that I'm more comfortable with. And I think it's not that I'm not going to play outside those boundaries, but I love node projects and I love DPIN projects. So I'm going to start focusing more just on those because there's already enough happening in those two ecosystems on their own, right? And to sort through all that is going to be a nightmare. But I enjoy DPIN quite a bit, so I'm concentrating a lot more in that. So that's where my focus is starting to narrow down in.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm hand picking what it is that I'm doing, like I did with HBAR and so on and stuff like that. So that's how it's okay, this one, okay, let's dive into this, and then the rest is what it is.
Yeah,
what it is.
Especially with all these projects, I'm spinning up new VMs every day to install their wallet and isolate.
I don't know how you do it, man. I'll tell you.
Oh no, it's confusing. I don't even know how I do it. With everything else going on, I don't even I have wallets of different cryptos. I've completely forgot about some for sure. So making a spreadsheet, trying to figure out where everything is. Oh god, it's becoming a nightmare.
I know. Yeah. And either you guys want to jump in on this?
Oh, I feel like that's a jar question right there.
No, it's not even. It's not proof of work. They're just using words right now, like ETCpow. Okay, so it's a Ponzi scheme. That's what it is. When I look at it, and you look at the white paper, and where they're actually generating income from, it's not from not really mining anything. You're setting up a node, and traffic's going in and out, but that's it. Yeah. where the income is coming. This is my main problem: is where are they generating the money other than it coming from people buying into the project? And like everything else, just points it to being a Ponzi. When I first got into it, I tried to state the risks that were associated with it. FOMO'd in because everybody was making money. I'm guilty of that, but I'm just like anybody else when it comes to these type of projects. And it was working for a little bit, and maybe it still does something. But yeah, is it a POW project? No, I don't believe it at all.
Jar, I have a question for you.
Sure.
Since you're into it, and we also have Chump Change mining in here too, and I know he was into it big as well. Mm-hmm. What does ETC mining community do?
What do they do?
Yeah, like what does it serve? What purpose does it serve?
What purpose does it serve? Yeah. Other than having its own network and facilitating nodes, keeping a copy of its own blockchain and transaction records, beyond that, there's nothing really else beyond that. At least nothing else that I can see. And I haven't dug into more than beyond that because I haven't seen any major announcements. Now, they were talking about creating NFTs on a layer on top of that and something else. But I don't know fully what they're doing on that side. This is one of those projects that I went in, I got to admit, fairly blindly. And I was just trying to see what was happening as I go along, except things spiraled out of control fairly quickly. So, yeah.
Here's some answers, I guess, from your question there, FF. White point dry erase markers.
Oh,
I've been there, done that
with everything.
Yep, been there, done that. Pen and ink, only way. Yep, there you go.
Yeah.
Question for you there, Jar.
Invest in that.
Favorite node play at a lower cost. Okay. So I would have said BlockX, but that went through the roof. Neoxa, even Neoxa is still pretty expensive. Neoxa probably 6 months ago was about $1,000 a node. Now it's $4,000 a node. Something that still has low entry would be Flux. Getting a Flux node, I think, would be under 1,000. Okay, so for me personally, the barrier to entry that I think is reasonable is anything under $1,000, and I think Flux would meet that when it comes to utility and practicality and everything else that goes in that whole circle. So I would say Flux might be the most stable one to get into out of everything else. I am going to be putting out a bunch of more videos on projects that I'm getting into. Like I said, I'm trying to narrow down in the niche that I'm in. So I'll be talking about new node projects that come up that have actual utility, and you can actually see what's behind the project, what they're actually developing in terms of apps and things like that.
Excellent. Yeah, one for you, FF. I think you saw this already.
Yeah, I probably saw this. But to elaborate on this, basically what he's saying is he mines to an exchange to sort of stay away from wallets that could, be potentially malicious or have malicious intent. And basically only uses wallets that have been audited by a community member by the name of Yeti. Also, the other community member, Chump Change, works with Yeti to basically audit these wallets. So I really appreciate what they do for the community. But I do the same thing. I wait for a new coin before I mine it to get on an exchange first, because I'm not trying to have any of my systems compromised because I'm trying to hop into something early. So I mine to an exchange. I know it's not the greatest thing to do in the world, but when you're mining something new,
I do the same thing too. When you say audit, what's usually like the steps involved? Is it like virus scanning? Or like you're not actually looking at the code?
So I think Yeti is actually looking at the code. Initially, I didn't think he was, because he was basically just throwing the file into virus total and then seeing what comes back, which is auditing still, but it's not like truly looking at the code. But he's been able to identify some other errors, like within SRB miner, which requires a lot more than just throwing the file into a scanning tool. So I think he's actually auditing it. And if you go to Y3ti.uk, you can probably pull it up. CryptoCoin Mindset.
What was that again?
I'll throw it in the chat, but it's Y3ti.uk. It shows all the stuff that he's audited, and if it's safe or not. But yeah,
okay, hang on, I'm bringing it up for you.
Something for you, Jar. If you haven't heard of it, I think it's pretty helpful.
Okay, there it is. Yeah, I'll check that out.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yep.
Nice.
Okay.
So he's auditing hardware, software wallets. Okay.
I'm gonna
contracts.
Where is it? I'll throw that in there. Oh, you already did it. Never mind. I was gonna throw it in there, but you beat me to it. All right, let me hold on. Oh, sorry. Were you done? FF, I didn't mean to pull it on you.
Yeah, I'm totally done.
Okay.
Okay, I'm saving this. This is a interesting site. Never seen it before. So he's flagging the issues as well.
Yep.
As he's finding them. Okay. Quite a few in here too.
Yeah.
These are all POW
early
projects
stuff too. All POW projects. Yep.
Okay. Good stuff. Yeah, the web wallets. Although Caspa's web wallet was compromised too early on as well, so there's some risk that goes along with it. Unfortunately, I do what FF does when it's a new project. Sometimes I'll just mine straight to an exchange.
I'm sorry, that's probably just a good security practice.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't do that, but
risk off your system. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Allergic to node schemes. I love it.
See.
Backward miner.
Okay, a lot of the big projects he has listed on here, which is nice to see. It's went through pretty much everything.
Yep. Let's see what we got here. I don't think we got any other questions in here at this point, unless I'm missing something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
I think, yeah, there's the question on this. I don't even know how to say that. Kiiro Pow.
Yeah, I'll try looking it up. Kiiro. Hang on. Here we go.
On that note, I will probably be heading out, guys.
Yeah.
You know, my 30-minute and then dip, but this was good, and hopefully, like, you all can talk about what we plan to maybe release for the holiday. I don't know if Jar, you want to talk about the Tangem again.
Yes.
And that little giveaway that we have going on. One thing that I want to say before I leave and before my boss gets upset with me is Ballet actually reached out to me again. So a lot of people don't like the Ballet wallet. Okay, I get it. I am not sponsored by them, but they're just reaching out to me. But I might review that again, and then if I do, I'll be giving it away, just like I gave away the other Ballet wallet. And then also to note, last time when they gave me a wallet, they had Bitcoin on the wallet, so it was actually, I think, Greater Good Mining that won it.
Nice.
So he got the card and he got Bitcoin. So if they give me Bitcoin again on their new wallet, you're getting a wallet plus Bitcoin. So that's
how can you say no? Right?
Yeah,
right. Exactly.
But
it's paying for itself. Come on, man.
It really, and it's free.
Yeah.
So, anyways, guys, y'all take it easy.
All right, bud.
All right, later. F in the chat.
F in the chat.
That's right.
All right.
Can't go without that. All right.
Yeah. So we're doing a giveaway.
Yeah. Sorry, I'll bring that back up. The question was thoughts about that, and where is it? Sorry, I'm trying to. There we go.
Yeah. Do you know anything about Kiiro Coin?
I do not. I was just looking it up while you guys were chatting.
Look at all those.
It looks like it's about finance. I'll bring up their webpage. Hang on one second.
Yep. So this project is a mixture of proof of work and staking with a node. I heard about it. I don't know too much about it. There's a lot of chatter in their Discord that seemed to be a little bit negative when people are asking questions about just aspects of the project. So I don't know too much about it because there was a little bit of negative pushback that I heard in their Discord. I just stayed away. Yeah, when it comes to new projects interacting with the community, I know there's a piece of anonymity that's supposed to go along with it, but just trying to be at least transparent about the project itself, I think is important. And I didn't see that from the get-go with this one. I don't know, maybe things have changed, but that's just my brief look at it.
Gotcha. All right, hang on 1 second. Let me get rid of that. Just kind of clipping through here as our start to get the F's in the chat here.
Yeah. Oval bore.
Yeah. Are you familiar with that one? I am not.
But welcome. Thanks for coming. I should mention that we're going to be doing a giveaway in the month of January. It's going to be a Tangem wallet. I have the Caspa version right over here that I'm going to be testing it out. I have some KS0 miners that I mine Caspa with, and I'll be mining directly to the wallet that I have over here. We'll be talking about security, and we'll be giving one of those away. We'll be doing a draw on one of the live streams near the end of January. We'll promote it a little bit, and then we'll pop it out, and they'll be sent directly to you. So that's something interesting that's happening next month to start off the new year.
Yes.
Anything interesting with content that you're going to be coming out this week with?
Yeah. I'd love to say yes, but I mean, I'm going to have my live stream tomorrow as always, and I don't know. I'm trying to keep it positive, and everything I see, like with this whole the latest thing with Elizabeth Warren and her letter to, I'm just like, I'm trying to stay away from that. So I don't know exactly what I'm going to be putting out, but I will be doing the Crypto on the Rocks as always. We're going to wrap up actually the dollar cost averaging, because we're almost at the end of the year here for what we've been doing, and I'm going to put out what we're going to be starting dollar cost averaging into for January. So
okay. Is the portfolio changing a lot, or is it the?
Well, and I'm trying to change it a little bit so people can see how you can pick different coins, different thought processes. So like this next one that's coming is going to be Web3 gaming, P2E, that kind of thing. Everybody voted. I tabulated the votes. I've got it down to 5. Plus, we're going to do Bitcoin. Bitcoin's a given in everyone. And then I'm honestly thinking for the second half, I'm going to do it for like 6 months. And then I'm thinking the second half of the year, I'll change it up again. And honestly, I'm thinking I might do layer ones with regard to that. So we'll see. And it's kind of funny because we were just talking about layer ones earlier today.
So many coming out.
Yeah. So that's it for me. And we're going to be doing Jar, FF, and I are going to be doing a couple of videos that we're going to probably put them out as lives or premieres. I don't know. We haven't decided exactly yet how it's going to go, but we're going to put it out on the Matrix Money podcast and our own channels as well during the weeks of Christmas and New Year, so you guys can at least, like I said, see our bright and shiny faces here.
And we'll have some picks. One of the topics will be our picks for 2024. And see which coins we think might possibly do better than most. I don't really know. Obviously, I'm not a good picker, but we'll see what some of these do. And I will also talk about some new projects I've been watching in the DePIN space. As again, I'm really interested in that, so I want to talk a little bit further on this one.
Yeah, that's that sounds great. I'll tell you what, your videos lately have been just amazing. I love the way you just put them out there. They really are. I gotta be honest.
That's it. Just saying what I see. A lot of my content isn't sponsored, so I'm going to talk as freely as I want. Right? Actually, even if it is sponsored, I guess don't sponsor me, right? Because I'm just
because I'm just going to put it straight. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Pretty much everyone I've worked with so far does not care what I say, because it's usually what it is. So
hey, listen, it's about the honesty as far as I'm concerned, because I'm not here to screw anybody. I want people to know, listen, if you're getting into this is what you're getting into.
Yeah.
So
I also think it's very important to talk about the losses. That's
yeah,
why I made a point to put out those ETCpow videos to show that, yeah, if you're losing money, you're not the you're not the only
you're
one.
not the only one.
I held back a bit too. That's the thing. I have a computer right over here that was being formatted with Windows, and I was going to throw that one online this week and buy a license, but everything's on hold. I'll pivot into a different node project, but hardware is hardware. And that's one thing that I don't like buying dedicated devices, because if the project goes belly up or something happens, I can't really easily pivot into something else.
You know
With
what? That's
node
a good point.
projects,
That's a good point.
if you have enough RAM and the CPU power is there, you can easily just jump into something else, and you're not in the hole for very long. So
Yeah, no, that's a great point.
Yeah.
Again, it's not like I'm mining a lot, so I wouldn't even consider that. So I appreciate that.
No, it's cool that we're all in different things, so we can talk about our own personal perspectives.
Yeah,
on this
yeah.
past.
Well, I mean, if any, I don't think there's any last questions here in the chat, and we had a lot of people in here today, so thank you for that.
Yeah,
We
definitely.
really appreciate it. And if you're new, make sure you're hitting that like button, subscribe. Make sure you tick the bell so you get notified every time we go live. Really appreciate it. We're trying to grow this channel. Share it too. Don't forget to share it. And Jar, talk about our us being on different podcast networks.
Yeah, so the podcast, the audio version of it is being rolled out right now. There's only one on most major streams, having an issue with Apple. But once we get it up on Apple, then I'll be unloading all the episodes at once, and then we'll have it posted regularly. Spotify, Google, the Amazon network. There's a something cast, can't remember it. But basically all the major streaming services were going to be out there. Apple's the only one that we're lacking, but hopefully I'll have that soon.
All right. Yeah. We appreciate you finding us there as well. Thank you. Appreciate that, Automatic Beats. Sadie.
Thank you, Sadie.
Appreciate it. Thank you. All right. Well, I mean, unless you've got something else, Jar, I say we're
good.
We wrap it up for today.
Absolutely.
All right.
Have a great one. Thanks for joining.
Have a good one, everybody.
Have a great day, guys.